So first of all, thank you for being here. I would like you to just watch this movie because you're probably going to see something that you've never seen in pilot training before. So just watch this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. We'll be landing in the airport in just a few minutes.
Okay, so this is what we're going to introduce now. Krista is the CEO of the Vicar. I'm the head of training of FAIR, former 777 captain with Emirates, and also until now TRI on 737. We like to introduce you different kind of training to take care of you from the beginning and be strongly oriented for the airline operation. We start work together like 2 years ago with small numbers. They're growing up, and this is the clear signal to us that we're doing well. And we prepare the introduction of the new program, which we are presenting right now, and you will be flying over 3 continents on this program. Take over now.
Thank you, Miroslav. Now, most of the people that are here are looking probably for pilot training. So when I get these students in our school, there are always 2 questions. They're always the same. The first question is, how much is this pilot training going to cost? And the second one is, does this school has a partnership with airlines, right? But I can tell you, it's not just about a transaction. It's about a transformation. We're not going to train pilots just for a license. There are so many schools can do that, and they're definitely going to do a good job. But you get a job after that. That is the real question. So instead of asking these questions that are certainly important, according to me, there are 2 much more relevant questions than that. And the first one is, you as a future pilot, do you have the competences, the capacities to follow the courses? Do you have the discipline, the stress tolerance, and so many other things that you need to become a pilot, or not? That should be the first question. And the second question is then, what is the school going to do to make sure that after that you have your license, you got a job? What does their program look like? But most of the time, nobody asks these questions. What always surprises me, right? So again, pilot training is not about getting a license. It's about getting the job. So in order to do that, we as a pilot training school, an international pilot training school, what are we doing about it? It's very simple. The first thing is honesty. Honesty towards you all. We refuse today more than 50% of the students that want to train with us. I don't want your money, I don't want your check. That is not important for us. What's more important is, and when we will be successful, and it's the only moment that you are integrating an airline. When my students are calling me, and saying, Mrs. van der Meulen, yeah, I'm there, I succeeded, I've got the job, then we have done a good job. But getting 50, 100 students by just paying, I'm not interested in that. And that makes a huge difference. The second thing is that the students that get into the school, we need to take them by the hand and make sure that we strive for excellence. We don't want standard pilots. We want excellence in everything what we're doing, right? Today, let's give a figure. You all know probably that you wanna, when you do the test, the ATPL test, you need a success rate of 75% on each module, right? Fine. Do you get a job with that? No. Because the reality is that when we are talking to airlines, if you do not have 85% on your ATPL, your CV goes into the bin. And that is the reality, right? Also, do you think today, with an ICAO level of 4 on English, which is mandatory, that you're going to get a job? No. It is at least level 5. So then, we as a school, we need to put things in place so that you could achieve that, right? So you need to surpass yourself. Again, I'm repeating myself, but it's so important. So many students spend thousands and thousands and thousands just to become an airline pilot, but maybe they never get the job, right? So honesty is very, very important. Now, the reason why I showed you that movie is that because we have like a kind of the think out of the box attitude, we've put everything in place to make sure that you are going to be the pilot that companies want to recruit, right? It's about what makes the difference to get the job. And if I was a recruiter today, and I have people in front of me, you all got the same paper, you all got the same license, you all got a professional EASA license. So what's going to make the difference? As a recruiter, I will start looking what you've done in your training. Ah, this student is capable of taking off from Orlando, Miami, Prague, Berlin, etc. The other one has been circling above an aerodrome. No international airports. The other one has level 5 on English level. Maybe some students are still doing the training in their own language, which is, I think, a mistake. It's English, which is the aeronautical language, right? One student has, he has to tick the box. He has the 75%. Let's say 77. Wow. The other one has 92. Okay? As a recruiter, who would you choose? Today, when I'm talking to airlines, and I think Miroslav can emphasize that as well, what they're telling me is that we only take, and now I'm going to be very, very positive here, right? We only take 20% of the candidates that come to us. And I'm very positive. With FAIR, we are the ones, the 80% that they're taking. Because we had the capacity from the beginning and the honesty from the beginning to not give you false hope and to say no. Thank you.
Okay.